Hey guys, good morning. Well, good morning for me. It's 4:15 in the AM for me. No, I haven't been to bed. So, laughing stock, what's going on? Are you up in the middle of the night? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I was sweating a Netflix series. I've watched the entirety of series 3 of Shooter today. Has anybody seen Shooter on Netflix? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot of guns and a lot of bang, 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 bang. But I thought it was very good. So I finished that at 3, and then in between Shooter, I've been researching the Scottie Morris case. Now, I was aware that this case was going on. I've been following it on Twitter, but a bunch of people have asked me to cover this case. So I caught up with some of the lives that have gone on over the last day or so, and I was going to do this live in the morning, but given that the dogs are going to have me up in less than 2 hours, I thought I might as well just do this live now. So here we are. So let's see who's in the house. I'm not imagining this is going to be a really, really busy live, seeing as a lot of people have covered this case in the last 24 hours, which is great, which is fantastic for Scottie because it's getting his name out there. It's weird how cases evolve because he went missing on last Thursday evening. And he was reported missing last Thursday evening. Contrary to the rumour, there is a lot of rumours swirling around. So I've been trying to negotiate all these rumours and try to work out what is fact and what isn't. But it's not true that he wasn't reported missing for 4 days. That's a rumour that's been going around today. He was reported missing straight away because there was concerns for his safety. So we'll get into that, but let's see who's in. Purple AJ. It's midnight in Ohio. Well, it's it's a little bit earlier than that here. Juju, Burlington Park, Sassy 7, Trina, 1 a.m. for Trina. Kez, Rowdy, Dog Defender. So I'm happy that I make psychology videos. Yeah, go and check them out. Just go to my channel homepage and just type in psychology, and they should come up. Mama Bear, Karen, it's just me, Susan, Melissa, 12:15 for Melissa. Oh, it's only 9:17 for Mama Bear. That's positively social hours, that. Lendra Love, 10 p.m. That's good. Rhonda. When do I have time to watch TV? It's not TV, it's Netflix. I don't consider Netflix TV. I don't possess a television. I don't watch any TV. I have Netflix though. Kay. Oh wow, 3:17 p.m. Wednesday, the 22nd here. So I'm guessing that you're down under somewhere. I'm guessing. Someone has to. Who else is in? Laugh-a-day, Kimmer, Lucy, Patricia, Minnie, Janet. Who else? We Are Warrior, Irene or Wanrin or I don't know, Linda. We Scottish More, Softly Saying. All right, that's the roll call. Oh, Barbara's in Lincolnshire. That's the same time zone as me. 11:21 a.m. in Thailand. 10:20 in New Mexico. People are shocked when they find out you don't have a TV. Yeah, the TV broke years ago, and we didn't bother replacing it. My son has a TV in his room, but it's not connected to anything except for his PlayStation. So we can't actually get, we don't have a TV, a working TV that connects to like channels and stuff. But not that I miss it. You can just watch stuff online. And I'd say 9/10 of my viewing, my screen time is YouTube. And then every now and again, I check out Netflix. And if I get into a series, that's it. I just have to watch it all. And Shooter had 3 series. So I started it I think I started it Saturday. What day are we now? Wednesday. So yeah, I think I started it Saturday morning. And then I've just kind of gone through and watched the entire series 3 today. But each episode was only 40 minutes. So, like short episodes. All right, let's get into this case. This is Scottie Morris. He's 14 years old. He's been missing since last Thursday. So the 16th. Yeah, 16th. And he was last seen at 8:30 p.m. leaving his home. And it has been confirmed that he has left his home. So again, there are rumours, lots of rumours swirling around that the family's done something to him. That does not appear to be the case. He was seen leaving his home. He was caught on a Ring doorbell camera leaving his home. My screen looks blurry, does it? It doesn't look blurry for me. Is it blurry for anyone else? I can see what you can see over on my other screen, and it looks fine for me. So it's either screen is fine. Okay, so it's just you. It's just you, Shell. Maybe just refresh, and it must be just you. But maybe it's your internet. Anyway, so like I said, there are lots and lots of rumours swirling around, lots of negativity towards the family. As is always the case with missing children, people just attack the family. What's Cassie whining for? Cassie, what's up? Come on. Good girl. Come on. Get on there. Good girl. She couldn't get through the door. She could easily get through the door, but she wanted me to open the door for her. Have I woken you up? You'll be up soon anyway. As soon as it's light, she's up. Okay. So this is Scottie, 14. He was seen last wearing, he wears glasses, a white shirt, white t-shirt with black writing on the front, and we're gonna get into the t-shirt. The t-shirt's a problem. Red and black shorts and black shoes. So if you've got any information, tips, sightings, anything like that, Eaton Police Department in Indiana, 765-396-3297. Or for emergencies, call 911. And there's also a dispatcher's non-emergency line at 765-747-7878. But yeah, the searches have been out since Thursday, and there's been no sightings of him, nothing. This is Eaton, Indiana Police Department's Facebook, and they've been updating like daily, several times a day, actually. There's been all sorts of people out there They've had this is what amazes me about social media, that once YouTube picks up on it, then everybody talks about it. But until someone does, it seems like no one does. But yeah. So there's been lots of volunteers, lots of agencies out there. And it's such a small town. There's only 1,500 people live in Eton. So they've actually searched every building in the town several times, like buildings that are empty buildings. And they've had a huge amount of local help. They've had dogs. One rumour from a local, she's been part of the volunteer search. She was on Crime, Lies and Lines, or Lines and Lies, Brooks' channel. She went on panel briefly, and she's been there. She's local. She's been there. And one of the big concerns is the river. So that's another thing that we're going to get into. But yeah, just so concerning. And one of the rumors that she picked up was that the tracker dogs had tracked his scent to the river and then lost it. But that is just what she heard. That's not been confirmed by law enforcement. In fact, nothing related to that search has been confirmed, other than, you know, there's been no sightings. So his home is on East Indiana Avenue. So let's look at where Scottie lives. So this is Eton. It's literally a tiny town, not many buildings at all. So the entire town has been searched. Usual things, you know, not as well as tracker dogs. They've had drones, they've had the helicopter, loads and loads of ground searches. They've had people walking the banks of the river, and there's been no sightings whatsoever. I think they've got, you know, people helping them out with surveillance, and nothing, absolutely nothing. So today they said that they were basically changing tactics, and they're ceasing ground searching, at least in a concentrated fashion, because they can only do that for so long, honestly. But if you want my opinion is he's in the river. And I have a massive sinking feeling that this is going to be another river case. And this is coming straight off the Nicola Bulley case and the amount of anger that I've had about insisting that Nicola was in the river. And obviously this is very, very early days, and this is in Indiana. It's not like I can just go 25 miles down the road and look at the river and say and confirm to myself I think he's in the river, because I can't. But at this moment in time, things are leading me to think he's got to be in the river. Now, obviously, I'm keeping my theories wide open, because obviously law enforcement might have information that they're not telling us, as is normal and as is expected. But just look how close the river is. So that's Scottie's house, and then the river's literally just behind the tree line. And then, oops, I've gone past it. Down here is the river. That's the river with a very, very small barrier on that side. Easily climbable. Now, the reason why I have this massive sinking feeling about the river isn't just about how close it is to his home. It's also the rumour, and it is very much a rumour, that the tracker dogs tracked him to the river. That might not be true. Another rumour that this person, I think her name was Jen, said was that on Friday, when she was out with one of the professional searchers, it had been made known to them that he'd threatened to go and throw himself off the bridge. Again, that's not confirmed by law enforcement. Law enforcement have been, for the last few days, keeping their options entirely open. They've searched the entire town. They've investigated RSOs in the area. They've interviewed all the family members, neighbours, etc. They're not considering any member of the family suspect, and they do know that he left the home. So this is not a case of them ringing the cops once they'd got rid of the body. That's not true. That did not happen. He did leave the home. So the cops are satisfied that he's left the home. Now, the shirt that I think has just set social media alight is one that the cops shared. Now they've taken it down, but and they've cropped. You can see it's this picture. That was a full length picture. At least you could see his t-shirt. And for anybody who's been following this case, you'll know exactly what I'm going to say next. That the t-shirt, it appears, was one that the family had made for him. I don't know which member of his family made him wear it, but it's one of those shame shirts. And I know this is a thing. This is a thing on social media that is horrible, really horrible. I'm definitely not condoning anything that the family did in making Scottie wear this shirt while they took a photograph of him. But it's the photo that they gave to the cops. And then the cops, I guess, didn't realise what the meaning of that shirt was, and they posted it. Yes, he was seen leaving. Yes, on a Ring doorbell. Now, whether that was the Ring doorbell at his house or it was a neighbour's Ring doorbell, I don't know. I can't tell you. But he was seen leaving, yes. He's 14. Shame shirt. Yeah, I know, it's silly. It seems really childish to me. That they put them on kids. The funny ones are the ones that they do for animals, you know, like I chewed up my brother's basket, or I chewed up my dad's TV remote, or, you know. But obviously the dog or the cat or whatever doesn't know they're being shamed. But a child absolutely does. Now, apparently they have been having some problems with him in terms of his behavior, and perhaps somewhere in their mind they thought that this would help. Of course, it's not going to help. It's going to inflame the situation further. But yeah, it happened and it's a problem. However, what it doesn't mean is that they did anything to him. Does it indicate that there's abuse in the home? No. However, it does indicate that there's a problem, perhaps, with some of their parenting. Perhaps. But it doesn't indicate that they did anything to him. What it could indicate, though, is perhaps a teenage boy, age 14, who feels ashamed, who feels that no one loves him, who feels that the whole world is against him. It could mean that either he ran away or he went and did something to himself. And the fact that he didn't take anything with him, the fact that he didn't take a bag, didn't take anything with him at all, gives me a really bad feeling. Because if you're 14 and you're running away, and you really mean that you're running away, you will take something with you. At least you'll take a coat with you. And he didn't do that. He left wearing the t-shirt, the shame t-shirt, and shorts. So yes, absolutely, there's a problem with that parenting, but it doesn't mean that the situation is one of murder. It doesn't mean that. It's poor, very poor judgment, and whatever possessed them to think that that would make a situation better, I don't know. But it's one that potentially has had disastrous consequences. What did the shirt say? It said, "I am a liar. I hurt my little brother." There's some words I couldn't make out, and then some emojis like drawn on, like cry face emojis. So nothing like really, really, really bad. But imagine you're 14 and you're forced to wear this, and then your parents take a photo of you, and maybe they tell him they're going to share it on social media. Maybe they tell him he's got to wear that shirt at school the next day. You know, we don't know what the context was behind that photo being taken. And because at 14, kids are so volatile and everything is so final, like finite, like this is the worst thing in the world, and they can't see past that. If he was having problems already, and perhaps he'd been in trouble before, and he was always fighting with his parents, perhaps his parents were at their wits' end, and no, this did not help in any way, shape or form. This is a disastrous error of judgment. But it's in my opinion, it's more of an indicator that those problems at home are partially the contributor to what's happened, but alongside that, we don't know the context. We don't know whether he'd been having mental health problems above and beyond the trouble he was in at home. Now, there are other siblings. I don't know how many other siblings there are. So obviously there's a little brother. I don't know how old he is. again, just hearing rumours, they're a decent family. However, there's other rumours saying that there's problems in that home. So, which is it? It could be both. You could be, on the whole, a nice family, but you've got problems. So you're trying your best, but you're doing things wrong. And I don't know whether they tried to reach out to I don't know, to mental health professionals. I've no idea. We don't know any information about, you know, the deeper levels that's you know, underlying all of this. The police were given that photo. It's law enforcement that shared the photo, not the family. The police shared it. I mean, the fact that the family gave the cops that because it was taken that day, so it was the most recent photo. The fact that they gave the cops that, again, leads me to believe that they didn't think anything. There was nothing worse. Let's just say that there was nothing worse, because if they'd taken that, shamed him, got into a massive fight, and they killed him, they'd erase that photo. They wouldn't want that photo anywhere near the cops. So the fact that they are the fact that law enforcement shared it without realizing the meaning of the words, I guess it's them, not the family that shared it. So the two most obvious theories based on all of that are that he ran away, or he went and did something to himself. And as I said before, given the closeness of the river, and given the rumours that were being passed around the searchers, that he'd threatened to go and jump off the bridge, and the fact that the family rang 911 very quickly, it's a massive concern to me. Now, I hope that I'm completely wrong and I'm completely off track on that. I hope I am, and I hope that he has run away and he's, you know, holed up somewhere. Now, if he is, then he's not in Eton, because all the abandoned buildings and empty buildings have been searched more than once. It's not the pond that's the issue, it's the river. The river's the issue for me. Yes, there is a pond, but it's the river for me that's the issue. And as I said at the beginning, for those just coming in, this is me with a massive sinking feeling coming straight off the Nicola Bulley case, where I swore down that she was in the river, and people hated me for it. People are still giving me. I think I've managed to get rid of the majority of people who've been really rude. But they come every day. They come every day. And I stuck to my guns. Nicola was in the river. And it's not foul play. I've stated millions of times why it's not foul play. It's absolutely not foul play, but that's not salacious enough for people. So this case is coming straight off the back of that. So I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope that I'm not going to spend my entire time that I cover this case saying he's in the river, he's in the river, he's in the river. I hope I'm wrong. And I hope instead of him going and, you know, making that threat but not following it through, I'm hoping that he's holed up somewhere. What I'd like to know is how many friends does he have? Now, I'm sure that the cops have looked into all of this. You know, who are his closest friends? I'm sure his close friends have been contacted. You know, this is part of the intel that they do that never makes it onto social media. But did he have a lot of friends? Was he a popular kid? Apparently he was good at school, quiet. But did he have friends? Did he have a friend that maybe lives out of Eton? Did he have a friend who said, oh, my grandparents have a cabin somewhere and they've gone there? And he's, you know, he's warm and he's got food and he's okay and he's just scared to go home because he thinks he's in trouble. I hope it's that. But every day that goes by gives it more of a final that he went and did something final. And I really do think at 14, even if you're mad, you're going to take something with you. You're going to take a coat with you. You're going to have at least some foresight that it's cold outside and you put your coat on. But he didn't. He left that house saying that he was going to go and throw himself off the bridge. This is according to the searchers, not the cops. And he left in a t-shirt and shorts. So yeah, that was the 16th, the night of the 16th. So I think this is a troubled kid that his family were having problems with. His family didn't know how to deal with him, and maybe undiagnosed depression, anxiety, whatever. And his family inadvertently have made it worse by giving him that shame shirt to wear. No, that is also a rumor that allegedly is not true. Allegedly, he went to the barbers and had that done himself. Allegedly. He does look broken. He absolutely does look broken. That face is just so sad, like totally defeated. I don't like the look of that picture. Not because I think that is a kid who has been beaten. I think that is a kid who's mentally drained. And I could easily see that being the face of a kid who says that he's going to go and hurt himself. And kids at that age, they're so impulsive. So impulsive. You know, and there's so many adults who have a temporary problem, can't see a day forward, and make a very permanent and very tragic decision. And that's the way I feel at the moment. Now, more information might come out. This is very, you know, even though it's in the 6th day, it's still new, as in there's still a lot we don't know. There'll be a lot more the cops know, but there's a lot we don't know. And information might come out and it might be something else completely. But this is the latest on the search. So as of today, so it's yesterday for me now, as of today, there will not be any organised search teams from the public being conducted. Today, the Indiana Department of Natural Resources will be assisting with boats, sonar and drones and dive teams if needed. This is only to check the areas of water nearby and further search of the river further out of Eaton town limits. Other K9 teams will also be utilised today as well. Officers are still investigating and working leads as we receive them. We ask that you please refrain from making false statements and accusations. They're never going to stop that. They're never going to stop that. I can't wait for the police are corrupt. There's a cover-up. A law enforcement meeting will be held today with the Indiana State Police, Delaware County Sheriff's Department, Indiana Department of Natural Resources, along with federal organization. Several interviews have been conducted and many properties and residences have been searched throughout this investigation. So when it says other K9 teams, so they bring in the live scent trackers first, and then the next set of dogs that come in are cadaver dogs. But I think, I'm sad to say, I think he's in the river. I do. That's my thought at the moment. Let's listen to. So this is a video for the public from the Deputy Chief Liggett addressing the search and investigation to locate Scottie Morris. So this is 2 minutes. Play this just in case you haven't seen it, and I'll mute out here just a second.
Liggett, Deputy Police Chief with the Eaton, Indiana Police Department. We're doing this live video to put out or to squash some rumors that we're hearing. At this time, there's no crime scene. There's nothing being taped off for part of this investigation.
Sorry, guys.
The haircut itself that people are talking about had been done prior. That was done prior due to Scottie's request at a hair salon. That was not done the night of, that was done days prior. There is a multi-agency involvement, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, volunteer fire departments, surrounding counties, our county. We're all working together, several volunteers, hundreds of people have come out to help us. Family. Hello, my name is Chris Liggett, I'm Deputy Police Chief with the Eaton, Indiana Police Department. We're doing this live video to put out or to squash some rumors that we're hearing. At this time, there's no crime scene. There's nothing being taped off for part of this investigation. The haircut itself that people are talking about had been done prior. That was done prior due to Scottie's request at a hair salon. That was not done the night of, that was done days prior. There is a multi-agency involvement, local law enforcement, state law enforcement, volunteer fire departments, surrounding counties, our county. We're all working together, several volunteers, hundreds of people have come out to help us. Family, friends, other public safety agencies have come out to assist us. Businesses have donated things, flashlights, food, and it's greatly appreciated. But we wanted to squash these rumors that we're hearing on social media. We want Scottie home safe. As of right now, the search will be coming to a close, and we're going to suspend that at sundown today. And then we are going to have a multi-agency meeting tomorrow for public safety, and we will go from there to see what else we need to do. at this time, we just ask if anybody knows where Scottie is at, you please reach out to us. We want to get him here safe and to try to help him in whatever he needs in the family. There have been several interviews done. Polygraphs have been conducted. At this time, we're still looking at other avenues, and we have no new leads, no new information. We're kind of at a standstill right now. So anything that you guys may know that can help bring Scottie home or to us, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you.
I've got a hold of it. Let me pull it out.
Hello, my name is.
I can't be dealing with Facebook. Right, Facebook puts you, when I think I'm going full screen, it goes like little tiny in the corner. What's all that about with Facebook? Do you need to sort it out? Maybe I need to sort it out. I don't know. Who's this? Another one. 14-year-old girl went missing on March 13th. Benton County, Tennessee. Her name is Aaliyah Whitehead. Her mum is doing interviews and trying to raise money. It's so sad. Aaliyah Whitehead. Right, will I remember that? Probably not. I'm going to write it down in my notes. I'll check her out later. Just a minute. Please hold. We spell Aaliyah. Aaliyah, maybe. Whitehead. Benton County, Tennessee. Oops, Tennessee. Okay, right. Thank you for that. I'll check that out. Yeah, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of missing people. This is what I mean about social media. There's so many, and then just one everybody starts talking about. And this is it's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. Really tragic. His mum did a brief piece as well. Was it on this? And loads of people were saying, oh, she's not crying. She's not crying. Is it this one? Just let me. It was only in the last day or so. Yeah, it's this one. Right, we'll play this. I think a lot of people have played this one, but we'll play this one as well. So we'll talk about the lack of tears. We'll talk about the lack of tears as well. All right. Okay, let's play this.
Indiana. This is just north of Muncie. The search continues for 14-year-old Scottie Morris, missing since 8:30 on Thursday night when he left his home. I'm going to introduce the police chief here, Jay Turner, who's also going to introduce the mother.
Thank you very much. This is Felicia Morris. She is Scottie Morris's mother. We've been working with Felicia for the last 3 days, and she's been very cooperative with our investigation. We had decided that she wanted to talk to Scottie personally, so that's why we're here.
Do I hold that?
No, you're okay. Go ahead.
Scott, I love you. And I want you to come home. And I know that you're mad and you're confused. And I'm afraid that you're scared of all of this. Everyone is out looking for you. And we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble. Okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? I love you and I just want you to come home. I need you to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much, okay?
Thank you. That is Felicia Morris, the mother of Scottie Morris, who has been missing since 8:30 on Thursday night when he left his house. Now, the concern is that Scottie was just wearing a white T-shirt and black and red shorts. And so it's obviously been very cold these last few days. And so there's great concern for where Scottie is. The search has continued for 4 days. There are some 90 volunteers out searching today, Matthew. We've been out with those crews as the search continues along the Mississinawa River here in Eaton. Again, we're just north of Muncie in Eaton, Indiana, a community of just 1,500 people looking for this 14-year-old who's missing, Scottie Morris.
All right. Thanks, Rich. Our Rich and I live there in Eaton. You just heard right there from Scottie's mother. Very emotional statement from her. Thanks, Rich. We'll continue to keep you updated, and we are just praying that Scottie is found safe soon.
So that was via WTHR. And for those just coming in who want the number, it's Eaton Police Department on 765-396-3297, or you can call 911, or a non-emergency line for dispatch is 765-747-7878. So, yeah, as I said, parents always come under fire. Let's put Scottie's picture back up. Okay, we'll put that one up. So it's got the number on. Yeah, they always come under fire, and unless anything really significant comes out, I am not going to say that the parents did anything to him. All the indicators are that Scottie left of his own volition. Now, as I said, that was a shame shirt, and that was wrong. Completely wrong. Completely the wrong way to deal with whatever Scottie did in the family, to his little brother, what he lied about. Nobody who thinks that making a shame shirt for their kid is going to help their behavior seriously needs to give their head a wobble. It's popular on social media. It's crazy, but it's popular on social media that people do this nonsense. But that does not mean that they did anything to him. The name of the river is okay. Mrs. Right, I can spell it. I can't say it. Hold on. All right. That. Mississinawa River. So it's it travels through Eaton. So I checked out the river. It travels through Eaton. It travels west. It's about 120 miles long from its beginning to its mouth, and it feeds into the Wabash River. So for those who follow the Delphi case, then it's that river, the Wabash River, that this river feeds into. And it's very, very close to Scottie's home. Scottie literally lives... let's turn this around. Scottie literally lives like yards away from this river, which really concerns me. really seriously concerns me. So this is Eton, very small town, only 1,500 people live there. That's why they've been able to search the entire town several times, and they're confident that he's not in any of the, you know, houses, outhouses, sheds, or anything like that that a kid could hide in. They're confident that he's not there. And that bridge is literally yards away from his home. A very easy barrier there to get over. And so the floor, it's going that way, west. So if anybody's out searching, then my advice would be, if you want to go and do your own searches, my advice would be the river. Don't put yourself in any danger, obviously. I don't know how fast the current is. Apparently, some areas in here are really deep, some are not, some are shallow, which is a concern, a big concern, because people think that, you know, they wade in, they think it's shallow, and then it's not. And so don't put yourself in any danger at all. But I think the place where the cops are going to go next is a concentrated search of this river. However, they have had drones out, they've had helicopters out, they've had people searching the banks, and we know how difficult river searches are. So the fact that they haven't found him by doing cursory searches doesn't mean anything, not at all. So if you follow this river's course, there's lots of overhanging trees. And it widens out quite a lot, but there's a lot of overhanging trees, lots of debris by the looks of things. It's not easy to tell on this, but lots of debris, lots of places where a body could get stuck. And I hate to talk like that, I really do, straight after the Nicola Bulley case. But I hope I'm wrong. I really, really, really hope I'm wrong. I really hope that he's hiding out somewhere, and that a friend has given him a key to their grandparents' cabin, and he's there, and he's got food, and he's warm, and he's just scared to come home. So, you know, his mother clearly sounds panicked to me. The breathing is very anxious. She's on the verge of hyperventilating. It's it doesn't mean anything whatsoever that she doesn't have tears. It doesn't mean anything. When people are saying, oh, but there's no tears, well, that's because she's not crying. She's scared, she's anxious, and I bet you any money she is blaming herself, and she should be blaming herself in a way. Not in that he's gone and done something to himself and it's got this back. It's not. I don't mean that. I mean that shame shirt. She knows that shouldn't have happened. But now she's completely devastated. See, there we go. All right. Okay. So how do you think they've disposed? How do you think they've disposed of the body then? Given that he was seen on a Ring doorbell camera leaving the home, how have they disposed of a body when a living boy left their house, and then 15 minutes later they call the cops? So where have they put him then? Where have they put him? Dad went to work the next day and hasn't come out with any pleas. Well, people handle things very differently. And I wish that families with missing people, I wish they wouldn't come out and speak, because the more they do, the more they inflame social media. And that's completely wrong, because families should be able to come out and make a plea to their missing loved one to come home. But yet social media destroys them, absolutely destroys them. No, this has come from searchers. This has come from searchers. But they do know he left the home. They do know he left the home. Yeah, stay quiet or just get ripped apart. Ripped apart. Because they can't win. Because if they come out and speak, then every single sniffle gets analysed. You know, you get these body language experts coming out who are not really experts, right? Let's just say that. People who think that they're body language experts come out and make these nonsense claims. And then if they don't come out and speak, then that's equally bad. They've got something to hide if they don't come out and speak. So they can't win. They can't win. So let's think of how many cases there's been in the last year where parents of missing children have been ripped apart. Let's name them. Michael Vaughan. Who else have we got? Lena Keel. We've got Athena Strand. Who else have we got? Cleo Smith. Look at what social media did to Cleo Smith's parents. Oh, this is really, you know, red flags. There's no way a little girl could be abducted from her tent. Her parents must have been out partying, or her stepdad looks dodgy. He did it. No. And oh, the stepdad, you know, he looks like he's very controlling. And oh, that mother doesn't sound sincere. You know, she looks upset, but she's not. There's no tears. There's no tears. Summer Wells, yeah, Summer Wells. Dylan Rounds, yeah, I mean, Dylan Rounds is an adult, but yeah, Dylan Rounds' mother was accused of doing stuff for money to pay off debts or something nonsense that came out about Dylan Rounds. Every single time. Every single time. Now, of course, there are cases where a kid goes missing, doesn't get reported for months on end, and it turns out that the parents done something. But when they're reported missing straight away, that is my number one indicator that the parents did nothing. The parents did nothing. The cases where a child goes missing and the parents don't report it, that's your problem. Now, we could name some of them. We could name Cody Bigsby. We could name Harmony Montgomery. We could name Oakley Carlson. The Ramseys, no. The Ramseys did nothing to JonBenet. I did a live stream on JonBenet a while ago. And it's been known for years that the DNA found on JonBenet's body is not familial. So the parents were cleared years ago. So people who still think that JonBenet's dad or brother did something, you are literally I don't know how many years behind now. 15 years, 10 years, 15 years. I've no idea, but you're so far behind. Gannon Stoke. Right. Okay. Well, I did a live stream about Letitia earlier on. Yeah. Well, Letitia Stoke, look at the lies she told. Look at the amount of times she changed her story. Now, there's a guilty person for you. But how many kids have gone missing in the last year who it has been shown absolutely without a shadow of a doubt that they were abducted in situations where people thought it was impossible? And my three examples there are Athena Strand, who was abducted from her own driveway from outside her own home by a FedEx driver, who confessed and told the cops where he put her body. And now, surprise, surprise, he's pleading not guilty now, but tough, too late. Michael Vaughan. Oh, no way he could have been abducted from outside of his house. His parents must have done something. Well, no, they didn't, because we've got one in jail and we've got 3 other suspects. Elizabeth Smart, yeah, another one. Elizabeth Smart, her parents were, her dad particularly, was dragged all over. And Elizabeth Smart had been abducted from her bed. And her sister eventually remembered that she'd heard that man's voice before. But it was months. Casey Anthony. Well, there you go. That's one who didn't bother reporting her kid missing because it didn't happen. Kaylee didn't go missing. Orrin and Orson. Yeah, they made up some BS story. The jury selection for them is this week. I haven't seen anybody talking about it at all. But Giselle and Jacqueline West trial is due to start. It's jury selection this week. Faye Sweatlick. I don't know that one. I don't know that case. Kyron Harmon. Well. Yeah, stepmother. That's very dodgy, that one. Yeah, he's pleading not guilty. Yeah, Tanner Horner is pleading not guilty. Madalena, yeah. I've lost it now. Madalena, yeah. Yeah, she wasn't reported missing. Like, it was the school. It was the school who reported her. Quinton Simon. Well, you could tell. Now, that is one case where I saw all the red flags, and that was one case where I was the mother did it. The mother did it straight away. One of the few. This case is US. This is Eaton, Indiana. It's a very small town in Indiana. Yeah, little JJ was found. He was. And I don't know Fair Sweatlick. I don't know that case. Any new news today? I've played the latest from the from the police. If you just rewind a little bit. Oh, Evelyn Boswell. Well, we've got a while to wait for her trial. All right, guys. So that's all we've got up to now. So the latest, for those just coming in who want to rewind, I've been reading from the Eton Police Department's Facebook page. I didn't play that one, but the latest on the search is that they've suspended the ground searches, but they're meeting, so it'll be today my time, so the meeting 22nd, like all the partner agencies, to work out the next stage. So I think they'll focus on the river. Played that from Deputy Chief Liggett, and then from a day ago played the mother's interview, short piece. So that's it. That's all we know for the time being. And it's now 5:25 in the AM for me, and I've not been to bed yet. So not really much point going to bed now. Well, I'll go to bed later, but it's going to be light in another, well, less than an hour. It's coming light already, actually. Okay, so going to keep following this closely. So I'll see you very soon. I don't think I've had any mods in. I don't think I've had any donations. So I don't need to thank anyone except for you guys, saying thank you for keeping it respectful. We can all have different opinions, but yeah, you've all been respectful. So I'll see you very soon. I'll be back with another video later today. It'll be quite a bit later because I'm going to have to go and have a sleep. So I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.